Are you a camera fan bitch? Where you like one company over another, and then when someone leaves your company, you die inside? That's what happened when I left Nikon. You died. I want to tell you why I did it, why I'd do it again.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
Okay, we're in an experimental situation here. This could go wrong in a hurry. We're on the Canon R5 II, 50mm 21.2 at 2.8 in 8K and autofocusing. I'm afraid, because we're backlighting, a lot of lighting scenarios, confused cameras, but I was once a proud Z6 III owner, just like yourself perhaps, and it's a fantastic camera. Lots to do. I might buy another one. You never know. So like, don't get offended when I, the reviewer of everything, wants to try something new. It's not because the R5 II was definitely better, I needed that, I hated Nikon. It's, I wanted to see if that was the case. And so far, for me, it does a lot of things better. Pretty much every damn thing. The color science, on par. Sometimes I prefer one or the other. I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy over here. Is that a fire pit? Oh God, I stepped in fire. Does it still have me? It could, and I like those odds. I might regret this move, but oh yeah. First grounding of the year. Not bad. So far what I've noticed from the Z6 III to the R5 II. R5 II has much better stabilization, way smoother autofocus. Color science is a debate. 8K instead of 6K, but it's harder to edit unless I do 420 10-bit loser files, whereas Nikon was 6K raw. Does that even matter? Nobody really knows. Technically, I have advantages in here and I'm happy to have them. My telephoto lens is going to be much lighter, yours is heavier, but probably much better. It's like, you're upping and you're weighing. So for me, I'm much happier in the Canon so far. That's just for me. You may mileage differing in your city. That's how you say that. So Nikon, what were my problems if I would to nitpick and say, you know, this is why I didn't like Nikon? One, yes, it was the left-handed mode dial. That is enough to ruin someone's life. I have no idea why it's on the left side. Hand supporting lens. No thank you to this monkey move. Removing my hand from the grip, hoping to God this bird stays, and then no thank you to that. So that's one. The autofocus being embarrassing, how it would like go to my nose and then hunt always too far. So autofocus. Stabilization, you couldn't vlog with it. It wasn't very stable. And the slow motion street videography, also jerky. And even wildlife, sometimes it was okay, but most of the times it was not. It was just jerky stab. And that's pretty much everything you see. Is it in focus and is the stabilization smooth? And Nikon is not great at either. So it's like, I don't know, I preferred my Sony for vlogging. Now I prefer the Canon for everything. And it's like, what's the point of staying in the Nikon system? I like their lenses, but that's about it. Also, it was just a strategy. Nikon's gonna be coming out with a Z5 II, this FX3 killer. They have some stuff coming. The Z6 III was just their first attempt at like a YouTuber style camera with a flippy screen. The ZF technically was the very first, but that's A7C level at best. So it's like, okay, if you sell that off now while it has some value, and then all of a sudden the Z5 II does everything the Z6 III could do, but it's lighter and cheaper, it's like, okay, that was a stupid thing. Why didn't I sell it off when I could have? So one, it was just strategy, and you never know what's coming with that FX3 killer, with the red LUTs. And the third thing, I've listed like 8 things already, but the new firmware that came for the Z6 III kind of annoyed me that it did nothing for my life. It didn't fix any of the issues I've been complaining about. It added like shutter angle, that's cool. It removed the noise, but I never cared about the noise. It looked filmic. You probably made it less filmic and that annoyed me. But it was like, I thought Nikon was known for these firmware fixes that you wouldn't believe, and all of a sudden I got one finally and it did nothing. Don't worry, helicopter, I'll just wait for you to clear my airspace. It's 8K files, but they're not that big. They're pretty small actually. You have time. Just do a circle around, make sure we're safe here. I also just didn't like using the camera. Everything is so I'm so sick of having different systems and then not even mastering any of them. I want to master Canon. Now I know 85% zebras are clipping on that C-Log 2, never go above that. And so we do that, and then I could be exposed, and I'm happy there. And once you learn the Canon menu system, then you're switching modes easy, and I feel at home here now. So it's like just boggling the mind with all these different, oh, Sony, you do this. Nikon's is a different zebra setting, and colored zebras, and that could be in handy. Let me just throw that out there. You put red zebras for the highlight clipping, and then like a green one for the face, and then you have them both on. Because some let you do 2 zebras at the same time, but they're just different directions. Like you're gonna remember which direction was what. Grow up. But if they were different colors, Nikon's pioneering that. They have the best lenses, vintage touch. I still have my 40mm Tony 2 and the 600mm prime. Like I'm waiting, I'm primed and ready to return to Nikon any second. It's just, that was my first taste, and it was pretty good. Tasted like garlic bread, and I am leaving it forever. But I'll be back, you never know. Oh, this is painful. Oh, the pain is real. Oh, the sharpie twigs. The twigs on that one. Cold and sharp. Cold and sharp. Am I even in focus? Oh, I did not frame this properly at all. Why would Canon start picking me up now? But it could. And you know that's a possibility, even if I turn around and come up here. So basically, relax. I'll be back. My shooting style shouldn't affect you at all. You're happy in Nikon, good for you. I could use one system for pretty much anything, kind of, and Canon seems to be that system for me. So like I'm debating all the time, sell off ZVE1, why the hell do I have a C70? Sell them all. Rusted pipe in the middle of nowhere. Who put that here? Why was that a design choice? So for me to return to Nikon in the future, I would just kind of want some updated menus. Like Nikon easily has the worst menu system layout in the business. No one's even close to that bad. It's so many horizontal patterns, and it's just so many sections. You never remember where anything is. That's why it's much better to master your settings, because I'm getting so used to Canon now. It's like, oh, my viewfinder is not switching automatically. Okay, I saved that to my menu and I know exactly where it is now, and it's very fast to change things. I was very good at Sony, but if I leave Sony, I'll never come back. I can't even imagine Sony winning my heart again with their alien tech, although they'll probably come out with some raw filmic, this is what we worked on. Usually they listen quite well to their customers. It's like, we asked for something. Look at the A7S III. We asked for all that and they gave it to us. Now the main criticism of Sony is the clinical look. It's digital. You think they're not working on that? They probably are. They probably are. So Nikon, you're good. If you're shooting Nikon, good for you. I'm jealous already. As soon as I sold it, I was like, no, I missed it. The RAW is so easy to edit. It looks beautiful. Ah, full frame. It's a full frame Fuji, basically. Am I in the shot? Why would I be? Is someone stealing my scooter? It's really far. I got all kinds of things spread out. We got sandals on one side, camera bag over there, scooter. I gotta leave. I gotta leave now. But Nikon's good times. I'll be back any second. Z5 II, you sign me up. Sign me up to that thing. FX3 killer with red RAW, I'll be there. Front door when it's used 8 months later. Obviously not new. Relax. I'll leave. How you doing? You subscribing to Bitcoin technology? There's a guy looking at me. Subscribe, my man.